Today I'm going to talk to you about a few tips to overcome negative body image and to deal with these emotions as they come up in the summertime. I'm Emma Coble. I'm a licensed professional counselor serving clients online in Colorado and Florida. And so the first thing I want to just talk about is that in the summer and in the spring, it's really, really common to have this negative body image and to feel, like we're different, our bodies aren't enough, maybe we're not doing enough, exercising enough, eating healthfully enough. There's so much pressure we get all around us in the media and on social media about having the perfect body. And women, I'm going to talk about this as we go on in this video, but women are really kept small and controlled with believing that our bodies are not okay the way they are. So I believe that this can be an especially lonely type of time of year for a lot of people due to just feeling like out of touch with our body or that our body isn't okay or enough. So let me know if you feel like also that you're struggling with this right now, maybe hyperfixating on some part of your body or comparing yourself in some way, avoiding mirrors, things like that, either body checking and obsessing or trying to avoid thinking about your body. There is hope though, and there is help for this. It can be an extremely lonely feeling and it can affect pretty much every other area of your life. So you're not alone in it, and there are ways to move on. So I'm gonna go over a couple tips today, and then in a subsequent video, I'll talk about a couple more about how to overcome this negative body image. So the first thing I wanna say is that you're really not alone if you're experiencing any kind of negative body image. It really does, as I was saying before, it impacts every single area of our lives. From self-confidence to sex to feeling comfortable in a group of people, the way we eat, the way we move, and we're caught constantly in a feeling of comparison and feeling insecure. And when we don't feel good in our body, we don't feel good just in the rest of our life as well. And the next thing I want to say is that your pain about this is real, but it's not unique. So that's something I like to say to clients a lot, which is that it's valid. You feel it, it's big, it makes sense, but you're not alone in feeling that way. We often are harder on ourselves, as I have also talked about before, because we feel like bad about being in pain. Like we think we're empowered people or empowered women, so why are we affected by this still? So you are not unique in feeling that way. In fact, our whole culture sets us up to have a negative body image, especially as women, and sends us the message that we have to have a perfect, quote unquote, body in order to be loved and to not be rejected. And a lot of social media influencers kind of hijack this capitalist myth and use it in order to get us to buy more things. So I like to say this because sometimes if we know that there's social conditioning and our human conditioning are playing into this, it can kind of lose a bit of its power. Really, there's no standard that makes a certain body attractive or good or able. These are all things that are sort of culturally defined. And people in all kinds of different, people you may look at and think probably have a great body image. A lot of people in all different kinds of bodies experience this. And I think it's important to remember that we're all gonna die and age, and our bodies are all gonna change. And that we are all at different capabilities at different times. Our bodies change all the time. Sometimes we're more active, sometimes we're less active, and it's really important to listen to our bodies. So the next thing I want to say is that the images we see on social media and the internet are really not real. And this is something, we all kind of know, but we lose sight of that and track of it. There's a wonderful influencer, Danae Mercer, who really exposes the way that social media lighting and stances can make influencers look all kinds of different ways and can hide the imperfections that we all have, and they're not imperfections, they're just facts about a human body. So it's really almost impossible not to feel badly about ourselves when we are bombarded with these beauty images and standards and the filters and everything that goes into a social media post, hiding cellulite, using only flattering angles, hiding things like thighs touching in pictures, all of that stuff. It's also, I think, really important to say that beauty standards are always changing. So things that are considered attractive one day are often out the next, and there's no monopoly on attractiveness. When we think about the things we find beautiful in the people we love, it is not the skinny waist or, no thigh gap. It is maybe their kindness, their laugh, things like that. It can be really hard to recognize when our brains have been hijacked, so I think it's really important to recognize it, that I've been hijacked by the negativity bias, which is making me feel like there's a real threat here. If I don't look a certain way, I'm gonna not be accepted by the group. So it might be helpful to cut down on social media usage to be kinder to yourself as you're going through this healing. So that's all I'll give you for today. Next time I will give you a few more tips about how to overcome negative body image. Thank you.